Car crashes happen every day, and it's a very scary thing. Vehicles can collide with other vehicles, pedestrians, animals, road debris, and even other obstructions that might get in the way, such as tree poles or just other random things. In 2013, there are about 54 million people involved with road injury, and about 1.4 million of those people have died. These are the numbers in the States. Well, I hope I don't scare you guys away from driving, because it is a great experience, but I just want you guys to stay safe, be alert. Make sure you guys wear your seatbelt, anything to keep you guys safe. So this right here is the top 10 craziest car crashes, and let's just say we're in for one heck of a list. So starting off this list, pretty strong, in at number 10, we have this train who was seen crashing into this car that seemed to be abandoned on the train track. Here is a picture of the aftermath, and it doesn't even look like a car anymore. Investigators are involved in this case, and apparently there was possibly a 56-year-old man from Aurora who purposely drove his vehicle onto the tracks. The man was killed, and 4 passengers on board the train were injured because the train did try to stop in time, but it was too late. At number 9, we have this car crash. Is this real life right now? I'm not even sure how this one is possible. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. This car crash just doesn't make any sense. There's not much information about this accident, so I really do hope that everyone was okay. Something tells me that there's no one in the red car, because in order for this person to get out, it seems like there needs to be like a crane or a tow truck, or somehow remove the top of the car before the person came out, and the car's still on top and we're not seeing anyone inside. And this picture was used for the local news, and I'm not sure that they would have used this picture if there was someone dead inside of this car. Number 8, so just like number 9, we're left wondering about how this crash even happened. This is actually a police vehicle. It looks like that they crashed into this family home. With this crash, there is information about it. This happened in Dothan, Alabama. A preliminary investigation has pointed out that speeding and alcohol was a major factor involved with this brutal crash. The residents of this home were home, but luckily they were left unharmed. Could you imagine sitting down dinner time and then a car just goes right through your living room? Like, holy crap. This could have gone so bad, so wrong, so quick. This could have resulted in death, and luckily for this police officer, there was no death, because he would have went to jail for a very long time. He's the only one that suffered from injuries in this accident, and if it was up to you guys, what should happen to him? Because like I said, drinking and speeding was a factor into this. He's probably not a police officer any longer. Moving into number 7 is a crash that caused a car to flip over multiple times. I can only show you guys screenshots of this car crash because it's just too brutal to watch. Some of you guys might say, you know, it's too graphic, and I don't want to scare the heck out of you guys like that. But take a look at these pictures frame by frame. Okay, if you guys look at this image, all of a sudden you could see this driver who pulled up on the right and he doesn't stop. He keeps going through the intersection, and then on the bottom of the video, or the picture you guys are looking at, you can see an oncoming car hitting into this vehicle and then starting flipping like crazy. This is one of the craziest things I've seen. I mean, what a freaking idiot though. The person who went right through the intersection. And the thing is, the car that broke the law, they seemed to be okay, and the car that they crashed into, well, they were flipping like crazy. I really hope that they were okay. What's even more messed up is if we go back a bit, you can see this person on the top left of your screen jaywalking across the road when this accident was about to go down. Well, the car hits right into him right about here. I can't show more than this, but hopefully this guy did survive, and he will remember, you know, if he did survive, to like not break the law next time. Like, look both ways. And you know what, just wait for the green light. Wait for the walking guy to like cross the street. Number 6, take a look at this woman who's involved in a car crash, and then she flew right through the windshield. This woman actually survived the crash, and that's why I'm able to show you guys this picture. This woman is not dead. This took place over in China, and this woman wasn't wearing a seatbelt. This is the importance of wearing a seatbelt. I mean, it's literally the difference between life or death. Luckily for this woman, this will just be a painful lesson for her. Firefighters were called to the scene, and they had to cut her, like they had to cut her head out of the windshield. Like, oh man, I feel so bad for her. She was rushed to the hospital, where she did make a full recovery. Next, at number 5, we have this car that was trying to make its way onto this boat. for some reason. I'm not really sure what's been going on here. Well, this person thought this was a great idea. And I'm not sure if this is the owner that owns this car or even the boat. Either way, it sucks, whoever the owner is of both. Imagine you were in the boat and then a huge car just boom right to the side of your boat. I would be infuriated. I'd be so pissed off, super upset. Like, what the heck? Crashing right along into number 4, we have this road that just totally ate this car. Now, this is something that over time has become popular, unfortunately. There are many accidents in the news of cars falling into sinkholes. Let's go on Google and let's type in cars falls into sinkholes or in roads and let's see what we get. We have the biggest sinkholes ever, and it really sucks that this trend is very popular. And hopefully the city or the government pays back for the damage done on the car, because it's not the owner's fault. And you know, we don't really have too much money. The government seems to have a lot of money. Why do I know that? Because we pay a lot in taxes. So hopefully, you know, they can pay for the car, because the roads, clearly they didn't build them right. There's cars falling through them. And now at number 3, another very trending type of car crashes is car crashing into stores. What the heck? Okay, luckily in all of these cases, it looks like that everyone was able to get out of the way. Everyone was okay. Okay, moving into number 2, we have animals being hit by cars. I'm not gonna show you guys pictures of this, you know, for obvious reasons. It's way too graphic. It's gonna make you guys cry. It's like you don't want to see a car driving and then a deer. Or, yeah, you guys get it. These are one of the craziest car crashes I've seen. You see animals just flying everywhere. And a lot of these animals, they do survive, but they're badly injured. And then it's like, okay, well, what happens now? Do these people try to kill them, put them out of their misery? Are they suffering for the rest of their lives? Well, before we get too depressed, let's move on to number 1. For the craziest car crash, well, we're all familiar with this one. And that's because we're talking about the Paul Walker car crash that cost him his life. This is one of the craziest car crashes. This guy died doing something that he loved doing. He loves fast cars, racing, and he did it all for charity. So this was a result of the crash. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember seeing these pictures all over online. It was shocking. The car was just left totally unrecognizable. The Porsche was left engulfed in flames. The scene was chaotic. There was about 20 friends and employees screaming and crying for Paul Walker. There was a huge investigation with this death because it was reported that speed was a factor. But there was a lawsuit against Porsche filed by Paul Walker's daughter. It was believed that the sports car that he was in, the Porsche, it had multiple design flaws, and that was the cause of the crash. It was a huge lawsuit, but Porsche came back saying the car was abused and altered, which means that they're not responsible for this. They're not responsible for the death of Paul Walker. It was a very, very sad day. That day we lost such a brilliant and humble man. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this top 10 list, and I'll see you guys very soon in a new Most Amazing Top 10 video.